Hello, everyone. My name is Vanessa Garcia, and I'm a bio major here at Florida International University. And today I'm here joined by the Chaplin School of Philanthropists. So I will be introducing our action plan. The action plan we have created for you here today follows the theory of change layout, consisting of multiple steps used to measure real-time results. I will be giving a quick overview on the social issue we chose and why we chose it. First off, our group is called the Chaplin School of Philanthropists. We came up with this name while brainstorming our social issue topic and deciding on which nonprofit organization we would be working with. After deciding we would be working directly with the Chaplin School of Hospitality and Tourism at Florida International University, we decided to use a piece of our course and of the foundation to create our name, leading to the creation of the Chaplin School of Philanthropists. So to start off, our social issue we picked was education. We decided to work with this topic because education is a very important resource not given to many, and even to those that do have the access to education, many don't know of the underlying opportunities it can provide for your future. People that are educated on the basic fundamentals of life tend to have better health and overall wellness. Education is not only centered on one issue, but instead creates a mind well-rounded in the different aspects of the world. Next slide. On the other hand, as we can see in the demographics I have attached on the slide, low-income countries have less access to education and thus are deprived from learning basic math and grade level reading. As you can see here in this slide, 69% of the population in low-income countries will not learn basic primary level skills, while 23 will learn the basic primary skills and only 8% will learn secondary level skills. When you look at middle income and high income countries, for instance, in middle income countries, you see 49% will learn the secondary level skills, and in high income countries, you see 70%. In comparison to low income countries, you can see that the number is at least or more than 5% higher. Therefore, to summarize, we chose education as our topic of interest because as college students, we believe everyone deserves the opportunity to chase their dreams and fight for a better future. Moving on, since we did have to pair with a specific nonprofit to be able to create the impact in the area of education, we chose to work with Florida International University Foundation, located right here in our own community. Our mission for this project is to target FIU alumni by creating more awareness of the current students and programs offered at the FIU Chaplin School of Hospitality and Tourism Management through the promotion of social media campaigns. We will be doing this in a series of steps that will later be mentioned more in detail, but we hope that by doing this, we will draw in more alumni, enlarge the opportunities available to the students in the Chaplin Hospitality and Tourism School, as well as increase the alumni donations. Next slide. Right, so some of the main reasons we chose to work with Florida International University Foundation is because one of our own team members is a hospitality major and is currently attending the Chaplin School of Hospitality and Tourism Management. She has mentioned numerous times how many opportunities are offered by Chaplin, all thanks to the alumni and the sponsors. Another reason we chose to work with the FIU Foundation is because we will be able to work directly with Professor Feng Shu and the coordinators of the staff, making it easy to create meetings and receive feedback. The last reason we chose to work with the FIU Foundation is because we will be creating an impact in our own community. A few things I learned throughout the course and expansion of the project is how the theory of change can be implemented onto any issue to create a well-structured plan to make a change. I also learned you don't necessarily have to be wealthy to be a philanthropist. Donating time and experience is just as helpful as writing a check. One last thing I took away from this course is that to make a change, you have to take that first step. Thank you. Now moving on to Guena.
Hi everyone, thank you all for being here today. My name is Guena Szkolnik. I'm a psychology major here at FIU. Today, I'll be making connections between our project theme and some previous topics we have discussed in this class. Also, I will provide details of why we choose to work with this organization and how working for them has changed our lives. During this class, we have been exposed to a lot of terminologies that were common for us, however, oftentimes misunderstood. Since the beginning of the course, we learned that the word philanthropy goes beyond helping someone financially. It includes the concept of making sacrifices, dedicating time and energy in searching of improving something for the common well-being. It is important to understand the commitment we have as a society to help others build a better future. On the other hand, it's important to mention what social problems are and why they exist. Social issues involve situations that impede the development or progress of a community or one of its sectors. This problem may be related to the economic, environmental, or human development area. Without realizing it, many social problems are linked, since the lack of a resource, the failure to apply justice, and the lack of community collaboration can disturb the development of a community. In this case, we choose to work with FIU Foundation because we felt the necessity to target FIU alumni by creating more awareness about the current students and programs offered at the FIU Chaplin School of Hospitality and Tourism Management. We knew that if we use our resources, especially our abilities with social media, we were going to be able to create the change they needed while collecting donations and expanding their networking. Last week, we had the opportunity to have a conversation with Dean Rocco Angelo, Associate Dean at Florida International University. It was very impressive to see how he, for more than 4 decades, have been reshaping the lives of more than 50,000 students. It can be said that this is his lifetime dedication and love. By talking with him, we were able to realize how passionate he is about helping others and how satisfactory it was for him to see all the results of his efforts. As you can see here in the screen, I'm showing one picture that reflects that not everyone has the same reality and that unfortunately not everyone can easily have access to the same opportunities. For that reason, people should not take as granted what they have, since something that seems normal and obvious for me can be the hardest goal for others. It is fundamental to care about others' needs and help them as much as we can. We also had the opportunity to realize how lucky we are for being enrolled in this class and all our other classes. A lot of people are really struggling to make their academic goals possible. Without thinking, our way of being and interacting with others can have a huge influence in others' development. In this case, if we guide people, act in a friendly way, and support others, we can be doing much more of what we think. Knowing what to say and how to act in a specific situation can determine the way someone will fight to be a leader. Keeping up with what is happening in our surroundings is not easy for anyone. However, knowing that you count with someone that really cares and that really will help you in every circumstances is very significant and can really impact someone's emotional state. I personally would like to relate this project with my major. As I mentioned before, I'm a psychology major, and for me, it's really impressive to see how two different things can be closely related. As you probably have heard, the 4 primary goals of psychology are to describe, explain, predict, and change behavior. Understanding the mind and behavior will allow people to get a better perspective of how people interact with each other. Exactly, that is what happens with philanthropy and social work. If people understand, adapt, and evolve, they can discover new things that can be the inspiration for future events. This project was very significant for us, despite of teaching us how we can proactively get involved in our society. It showed us that we have the ability to accomplish everything we set out to do. Also, this helped us discover some of our unknown resources that, if they are well used, they can be the solution for others' issues. Sometimes people don't realize how much potential they have and how important it is to work together to fight a social issue. This experience helped me grow as a person and understand the importance of using my potential to help others at any time. It also shows us how essential communication is. Being able to communicate effectively is one of the most important skills to learn. It can be said that knowing how to communicate, listen to others, and be open-minded can help you improve your relationship in any aspect of your life. Thank you so much for your time, and now I'll pass the turn to our next speaker.
Hello everyone, my name is Claudia Gandara. I'm a senior majoring in biology. I plan to graduate next semester and apply to a good dental school. That's why I put these two pictures of me, because the second one is when I got my associate, but my career goal is to become an orthodontist. But not only that, I plan to help as many children as I can to help their smile, the same way a dentist did it for me when I was 11 years old. She helped me not only to fix my teeth, my smile, but also she gave me confidence. And I want to help the children the same way. But I also want to help my community, because I know there are many people who cannot afford going to the dentist, and I would like to provide my service to them so they can have access to a dentist. And this action plan helped me to not only know how to start, but also how to organize myself in this program. Now, in my part of the action plan, I will discuss in the high assignment component at the FIU Foundation Inc., such as the strategy plan, service, programs, outcomes, board governance, and the human resources, and the rates that were given to each specific components. So the first one that we have here is a strategy plan. We rate it as a 10 out of 10 because they target a specific audience in order to raise funds for certain causes. There are several initiatives and programs the user can look throughout in order to decide which one they are most passionate about. And according to the donation, the donating part is super easily because they have a step by step and easy to understand. That's why we rate it like a 10 out of 10. And yeah, the second one that we have here is service. In service, we have an area where it said a way of giving that lists many programs and methods in which a student and other individual, not only just a student, can donate for different causes they care strongly about. And that's one of the things that I like the most, because you have multiple options that you can go there and donate the one that you are more identified about. And I'm going to say some of the examples now so you can understand better the statistic. So we have that in January 2019, FIU launched the public phase for Next Horizontal, which raised around 41 million for student success, which include 12 million that went directly to a student scholarship. When I saw that number, I am in shock, because I am one of the students who benefit for the scholarship and the FATSA, because thanks to that, he helped me to pay my education. I don't have to worry about going to a job and pay my study, and I can be a full-time student to only focus on my math study. So this is the big number. And yeah, so for the next one, we have programs. We rated a 10 out of 10 because the website have a section titled Area of Giving that lists different and multiple programs alumni and students can reach out to and donate funds. Additionally, they have alumni association that can have a lot of resources program for the FIU alumni to reach out. So we also rated a 10 out of 10 because of the variety and the diversity they have of programs. So if you're a student interested in what thing, you can go there and see because they have a lot of programs. The next one, we have the outcome. I decided to type the outcome in the PowerPoint so you can see better the numbers and understand it better what I'm saying to you. They have multiple goals for 2025, which is 5 years from now. And I type it one of them, a few of them, but they have a lot of more. The first one that I have here is that FIU aspired to be recognized as the top 50 public university for achieving exceptional student-centered learning, upgrading economic mobility. And when I say this 50 is a high number, so they have really big goals. Also, the second one, we have that FIU have 300 millions in annual total research expenditures, and number 3, FIU will award 600 doctoral degree per year, including 350 research doctoral degree. When I saw that number, I also was in shock because for me, I'm really interested in doing research, but sometimes we have like a lot of competition to get like a good research, and with that, we have more chances of get a doctoral research. And the last one that I put here is that FIU Foundation endowment will increase to 3 millions, and which are also big numbers. And we also rated a 10 out of 10 because I only put a few, but they have big goals. So yeah, the next one, they have resources. On the website, the FIU Foundation provide great resources for both not only students but only the alumni. There are many resources provided, so there are multiple options of giving and other additional resources that they can look into it. We rated a 10 out of 10 because of the variety of resources. If you have any doubt, you can go there and see all the resources, all the opportunity, everything you can see in the website. Okay, next one, we have board governments. I personally took a screenshot of how you're going to look at in the website. You can see that all the board is really nice dress, and when you touch the name of the individual you want to contact, you're gonna see like the very brief description of who they are and what they like, so you can get in contact and connection with them, and they're really fast to communicate because they have the email and the phone number, everything you need, so you can communicate with them. And we also rated a 10 out of 10 because I like how they have the presentation, how they are dressed, so you can easily get identified with them only by reading the description, and that's why we rated a 10 out of 10. Next, we have human resources, which on the website there is a section of image picture that portray a set of people who make up the workforce of the organization. The knowledge with the individual and body is portrayed, and it seems like all the employees are truly passionate about what they are doing. And that's what I like the most because obviously you see that they are not only working, but they're also passionate about what they're doing, and that give a lot of emotion to the people, the audience who is seeing it. And next, the last slide that I'm going to talk about today is what I did learn in this course, not only in this action plan, but also in the course in general. The first thing that I learned is the meaning of philanthropy, because I was thinking that philanthropy was also relating only with money, giving money, donating money. If you have money, you can be a philanthropist, but no, it's not only about that. It's also about giving your skill, your learning, your knowledge, any resource that you have, you can be considered a philanthropy. You only have to be care about your community and desire to help other people around you, and that's the real meaning of philanthropy. It's go beyond donating money. And I also learned my philanthropy resources. As I mentioned before, I am a student, so I don't have enough money to donate, but I have the skills, I have the knowledge, I have a lot of things that I can help. For example, when I was doing a volunteer to help the children to do the homework, I was using my philanthropy resources, and I plan to continue doing that when I did it when I was in college, and I also want to do it in my career goal in general as a dentist. And I also learned teamwork, the value of teamwork, not only by doing this action plan, but also in the course in general. So how we all can combine our philanthropy resources to make a better and a bigger impact in our community. And that was amazing. So now I'm gonna give the time to my next partner to talk about her part, and I hope you enjoy our project.
Hello, my name is Natalie Quade, and I'm currently majoring in hospitality and tourism management. And I felt especially passionate about this project because as a hospitality major, I've had the ability to have access to so many different events that I've been able to volunteer at and really gain networking experiences. I've loved all the classes I've taken. I've had great professors where I've learned so many practical skills. And I just want to be able to show my passion and really make others passionate about it. And that's why I think it's really important to give back to the FIU community of the Chaplin School that's already given so much to me. So here I just wanted to show 3 pictures that have really impacted me throughout my time at the Chaplin School. So the picture on the top is at the South Florida Food and Wine Festival. That was at SoBe, and I got the chance to work with Guy Fieri in the North venue, and it was an amazing experience. I met so many great people. And here on the bottom left photo is a picture of me with some of my friends in my intro cooking class that I took. And in the picture there, we got to cook pizza and we got to learn just many different recipes. And then in the bottom right is when I had the chance to participate in a program on demand, which was basically this program where I got to go behind the scenes tour of Disney World. In this picture here, it was when we got to visit the resort at the Polynesian, and we got to see what it was like to run a hotel. What was it like to be there as an employee on one of the days? And I just felt like I could not get any of this experiences if I had never been part of this program. So of course, I'm very, very grateful, and that's my story. So now it brings me to the next part of the project, which is talking about the philanthropic activity that we chose. So this part was a little harder for our group to come up with because we had so many ideas that we wanted to come up with, but we decided that it was better to think simple and effective. And we did see that although we have a high rate of alumni engagement, we lack in the donation rates. It's only about 14% of donation that we have. And so that's why we thought that our purpose as student philanthropists was to raise the FIU alumni donation rates. And you might be wondering, what exactly is a philanthropic activity? And basically what a philanthropic activity is just doing sorts of events, doing tasks that lead to us to find a solution to our social issue. And the question that we wanted to ask ourselves is, how can we convince more FIU Chaplin School alumni to donate? So what we decided to go with was to record video testimonials of FIU hospitality scholarship recipients, because we felt like through doing this activity, we'll be able to have personable and meaningful stories from the recordings and show how one scholarship truly makes a difference in the lives of students. We were also thinking that maybe images could be a good idea, but when you think about a video, you're able to really see the story more. You're able to really hear the words of someone else. So that's why we decided to go with this. And the reason that we chose this activity was just because we feel like social media campaigns are very effective now during this pandemic. And not even the pandemic, but just in general, social media and technology is now the #1 way to communicate with others. And it's just very effective because it's super easy to send an image, to send a video, just through the click of a button or just by looking at your screen. So as I mentioned before, we want our message to really resonate with the Chaplin School alumni. So what our message is that every dollar counts towards creating more scholarship opportunities for students. And what we want to also do is to create a simple donation process. So when students and individuals go in and they see the posts and they see the videos, they'll easily be able to click on a link and they can donate very quickly. They don't have to go through any step-by-step form. It'll just be something simple. And we also want to make sure that the captions that we do post for each of the videos, they're meaningful and they really make an impact on the people that look at it. And we also want to create some encouragement of reposting, because we want someone not to just look at the video and think, wow, this is great, but they'll look at the video and they'll tag other Panthers to get them more aware. And then when more Panthers are aware, it'll just create this chain of Panthers that can really go ahead and donate money. And so before I move on to the next slide, I really quickly wanted to talk about the lower left-hand photo I had where it says empathy, just because I feel like at the bottom of what we're trying to do for our project, it's all about giving back, but also putting yourself in the shoes of others. And by telling other people that this scholarship can really make a difference in the lives of other students, we're showing that we can be very empathetic and we can work together to achieve our common goal of raising the donation rates. So just to go on a little bit more with the specifics of the project, each video that we're planning on recording will feature a distinctive FIU hospitality scholarship to basically just give different perspectives. We don't want one specific scholarship to stand out for the others because all of them are great in their own ways and each student has a story. And so I specifically mentioned in my PowerPoint Bacardi Scholarship and the Carnival Gold Scholars Fund because I personally know students that have gotten these scholarships and I know that it's made just a really, really big difference in their lives and they're so grateful for it. They've had opportunities that they could not have had if it wasn't for the scholarship, and the scholarships can't come if it's not for the donations from the alumni. And yeah, so just overall, the scholarships would just grant many more opportunities for underprivileged students who can't afford it on their own. And then, so my final slide, I wanted to talk about what I learned. So overall, during this class, I've learned so much information of what it means to be a philanthropist. Before taking the class, I thought that a philanthropist was just someone who has a lot of money and they want to donate their money for a cause they care about. But I thought you had to be like a millionaire or a billionaire in order to really use your resource of money. But after taking this class, I realized that basically anyone can be a philanthropist if they just go ahead and they use their resources. Like your resources are literally at the tip of your fingers. So that's why I included that picture on the bottom, because it's so easy to just go ahead and make a difference in your community if you really take advantage of it. So things like time, networking, and using your skills are all examples of resources and inputs that we can use in order to make a difference. So the other thing that I learned from this class overall is the importance of group communication skills, because I'm used to having classes where I work individually and I have to be a leader, but just for myself. But after taking this course, I now understand that it's actually a great idea to improve your skills when it comes to group communication, because working in a team makes everything so much more effective. And I feel like you're able to get things done quicker and you're able to learn different perspectives about other group members, and you can become more empathetic and put yourself in the shoes of others. So I felt like I wasn't just a philanthropist on my own, but also with the help of my classmates and the people in my group, I was able to really enjoy what I was doing and really feel passionate with like-minded people.
Hello everyone, my name is Tiffany Regueira. I'm an accounting major here at FIU, and I'm going to be talking to you about the steps needed to make our philanthropic change. To begin, making our philanthropic change in the FIU community, we will have 3 primary steps that need to take place. Our first step is to reach out to the FIU Chaplin School Finance Office via email. In this email, we want to explain to them what our mission is, our intended plan, and how we need their help to make our goal a reality. First, we will explain our overall goal, which is to increase scholarships for current and future students by getting videos from current students who have received scholarships and post them on social media to encourage alumni to donate. Alumni donations are critical to continue providing scholarships and opportunities for students, such as the Bacardi Scholarship and the South Beach Food and Wine Festival. These scholarships and opportunities allow students to get an education by assisting them with finances, but also gives them firsthand experience in their field. We will be mentioning that we need their help to make this happen because we need them to send us the student contact information of the students receiving scholarships this term. We would like a mailing list of the current scholarship recipients. This will allow us to know who has received a scholarship from the FIU Foundation so that we can personally invite them to submit video testimonials. One topic that we learned throughout this semester was the theory of change model. In this model, there are 4 primary aspects, which are inputs, activities, outputs, and outcomes. Inputs relates to the materials that will be needed to achieve a certain goal. Some examples of inputs can be time, knowledge, experience, money, or even someone's network. The primary input we need for this first step is time. We need someone who has the time to reach out to the Chaplin School Finance Office and respond to all their emails in a timely manner. Another aspect of the theory of change model is outputs. Outputs is kind of like what one hopes to achieve with certain steps that they're taking. Our outputs for this goal is to reach out to the Chaplin School Financial Office and have them give us a list of ways to contact the recipients. We aim to accomplish this by January of 2021. Our second step is to invite current FIU students to submit video testimonials on how the School of Hospitality and receiving a scholarship has impacted their life. The intended goal of doing this is that alumni are inclined to donate. So many students struggle with paying for college and for all the expenses that go into paying for college, such as like book fees. These scholarships are a huge burden lifted off of someone's shoulders. So for some students, these scholarships are the sole reason that they're able to attend college. Therefore, we believe that current students can portray a sense of gratitude to the donors and thank them for donating. This sense of gratitude to donors will hopefully encourage other people to donate as well. To execute this, our inputs will include network and time. We need a strong network of people, especially alumni, who will be willing to share this message to people they know who will hopefully also donate. We hope to create a chain effect of people who are donating. For example, if one person tells 3 friends to donate and so on, there's going to be so many people who are aware of the students' gratitude for scholarships, which can persuade a lot of people to donate. We also need people who have the time to tell their friends and colleagues about donating, because although like social media has made it a little bit easier, it's also very time consuming to keep telling people. By having it on a social media page, people can tag their friends and send them a message. And then lastly, we also need students who have the time and are willing to send video testimonials. Many students struggle with different activities such as school, work, or home responsibilities. Therefore, we need to make sure that students feel inclined to want to send these videos and help our cause. Our intended outputs are to receive 10 video submissions from students. Since this is our first time doing this, we believe that 10 people was a reasonable goal because 10 different stories can truly impact the alumni community. We felt that with 10 different people, every donor will at least be able to resonate with one video student who's submitting a video. We aim to have these videos by February 2021 so that we have enough time to post them and engage with the alumni community. Our third and final step is to post these video testimonials on a social media page, such as the Chaplin School Instagram, and invite people to donate. Social media has become a way to reach so many people because millions of people use it every single day. Therefore, our vision is that a social media platform will allow us to reach a large audience that will hopefully be willing to donate at least $1 to student scholarships. Throughout the past few years, social media has become an effective way to get people to donate. One way that people have been able to do this is through a GoFundMe. Therefore, we want to post pictures and videos that have a direct link to a GoFundMe page where people can donate to the FIU Foundation scholarships. Posting the video testimonials also allows the campaign to become personal. Donors will be able to have a face attached to the cause that they're donating to, and they are going to be able to understand better the reason why someone is so thankful for that scholarship. Sending these videos will hopefully incline donors to donate because they see the direct effects donating has on students. They can see that someone is so grateful for their donation regardless of the amount, and they can feel they are truly making an impact on someone's life. To be able to reach this goal, we need inputs of time and knowledge. There are many steps that go into making an effective and engaging social media campaign post. First, we're going to need someone who has the time to make these videos and make captions for all of them. Making a caption that persuades someone to take action and donate can be quite challenging for many people. This is why having someone who knows about social media and has excellent writing skills can be a huge asset for this project. In making a successful campaign, we also need someone who can edit the videos professionally and make it look engaging. This person must have the time and knowledge on how to edit videos and create graphics for posting. Editing skills and knowledge on campaign and social media engagement are a unique set of skills that are critical to making this campaign successful. Our final outcome for this project is that we want to raise the donation rate of alumni to 20%. The current rate is 14%, and in this one term with 10 videos, we felt that we could increase it to 20%. We hope to do this by March of 2021. So now I'm going to give you a little bit more information about what did I learn throughout this whole project. Throughout the semester, I learned that anyone can make a change. In this class, we learned about a freshman who was making positive change in her community and had been doing it throughout high school. Knowing that anyone can make change wasn't really a foreign concept to me, but doing this project reminded me all that I can do to make a change in the world. This project made me realize that anyone can make any changes at any point in their life. For example, everyone in this group is a college student. We all juggle school, outside commitments, and on top of it all, we're trying to make an impact on our community. I realized that with dedication, anything is possible. In a few months, we came up with an entire action plan to help raise money and increase alumni donation for student scholarships. I believe it's quite impressive. I think it's so important to continue to keep this mentality of a can-do attitude, because I think that a lot of people are like, oh, like I can do anything that I set my mind to. And it's truly rewarding once you start putting in the work and you see that it's working. I think this can-do attitude is extremely important and that we all can make changes, but also the dedication to make sure we do it is really important. I also learned that everyone has a specific skills and resources that they can utilize to make change. Some people believe that the only resource that someone can give is money, but that couldn't be further from the truth. People can donate their time, expertise, knowledge, network, and so much more. In a group project, for example, everyone can bring ideas and their knowledge, even if they don't have other resources such as a large network or money. For example, I may not have been a hospitality major, but I understood finances and empathy, and that has caused me to become extremely passionate about this project. I understood the importance of scholarships and how much a scholarship can positively impact someone's life. I knew that this would be a huge relief for someone, and it's made possible by someone else. I know that there's a huge number of people with an overwhelming amount of college debt. As someone who's always been interested in business, debt has always been a word I don't really like. I've always heard horror stories of people trying to pay off their college debt for years and years, but having a scholarship reduces this burden for so many people. Having this knowledge of college debt made me want to give more time to this project and make sure that students continue to receive scholarships. Although I may not have enough money to donate a full $2,000 scholarship, I've been giving a lot of my time to create this action plan to invite the people who do have that money and are in a position to donate to please donate. This project also reminded me that so many people rely on the scholarships. And without the help of alumni, a lot of people probably wouldn't be able to go to school. It's really important and humbling to remember that we're always needing help in some sort of way. Many people struggle financially. They have a very hard decision as to whether or not school is a good investment for them. People have to work multiple jobs just to be able to pay off for this education. Therefore, I think everyone should try to give their time, money, knowledge, any resource they have to the community as a way of giving back. I think everyone should strive to give back to the community that has helped them to get where they are now. This is one of my life goals. I aim to become a successful businesswoman. So in the future, I can give back to the community that has helped me learn everything I needed to get to where I am. I would love to be able to donate to the school or host workshops or provide internship or job opportunities to the students. I would be donating time, expertise, network, and money. I would love to be able to help someone who, like others, have helped me along the way. Throughout this project, I took that having a willingness to want to give back is something that everyone should feel inclined to do, because if everyone did it, we would have amazing outcomes. This is the end of our presentation, and we thank you for listening.